Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update, sponsored by Tax Network USA, America's #1 choice for tax resolution. Please go to tnusa.com/bill or call 800-245-6000.
Hey, everybody, this is Mike Baker, host of the President's Daily Brief podcast. You're listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening around the world. Israel is on the move. TikTok sues the USA. Joe Biden condemns anti-Semitism. And the new survey ranks the best states in America. Also ahead, Bill's message of the day. But first, Israeli troops seize control of Gaza's border crossing in Rafah. The operation is a potential precursor to a full-scale invasion of the Hamas stronghold. The IDF now has full control over the territory, which sits on the border of Egypt. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu called the mission, quote, an important step toward dismantling the terror group. We'll have more on that story in today's President's Daily Brief. Media platform TikTok is suing the United States to stop a law that would potentially ban the social network. The bill forces its Chinese owner, ByteDance, to sell the app to a U.S.-based entity. TikTok claims the law violates the First Amendment by removing a platform used by 150 million-plus Americans. Supporters say the law is necessary to safeguard the privacy of U.S. citizens from the Chinese Communist Party. Joe Biden finally condemns anti-Semitic protests at an event honoring victims of the Holocaust. The president has remained mostly silent since anti-Israel demonstrations broke out at major universities like Columbia and Harvard. Said Biden, quote, to the Jewish community, I want you to know, I see your fear, your hurt, your pain. Let me reassure you, as your president, you're not alone, end quote. And a new survey from U.S. News and World Report ranks the best and worst states to live in America. Now, places are judged on 8 categories, including healthcare, education, access to nature, crime, infrastructure. The top five are Idaho, yay, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Hampshire, and #1, Utah. Now, you may ask yourself, what about the worst places to live in the U.S.? Well, West Virginia, Arkansas, Mississippi, New Mexico, and dead last at number 50, Louisiana. All right, well, thanks for listening. I'm Mike Baker, host of the President's Daily Brief podcast. Bill O'Reilly's message of the day, up next.
Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Wednesday, the hidden underbelly of the current anti-Israel protests is exactly the same as the George Floyd riots, a hatred of the white, patriarchal, capitalist system. Many of the students don't know that, just as many of the looters didn't care. But if you track the organizers of the current unrest, you'll find hardcore socialists and communists. In England and Ireland, the hate Israel cadres are open about that. Here in the USA, they are not. That's because most Americans abhor the loss of freedom that accompanies government control of the marketplace. Our history and Judeo-Christian tradition both work against mandating what individual citizens can achieve. The climate control zealots also fall into the anti-capitalistic movement. Corporate media, devoted capitalists, is absolutely disinterested in exposing the roots of the protest model. But it's easy to find. Israel is a prosperous capitalist country. The Palestinians cannot create prosperity because they have no freedom to do so. Hamas rules them and no dissent is permitted. In Gaza, freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. So there you have it. The capitalism is evil crew will find a way to create social disorder. It's what they do. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, Bill@BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Okay, let's go to the mail. We got Brian, who's a concierge member, and we urge you to check that program out. People like Jonathan Karl of ABC are true sufferers of Trump derangement syndrome. Their hatred of the president will not allow them to see the great accomplishments of his presidency. Ideology is in there too. Okay? Yeah, the Trump thing is paramount, but ideology is in there too. Ralph, concierge member. Nora O'Donnell, CBS anchor, should have asked Speaker Jeffries what are the points that make the Biden economy great. He's got his rap down. Why ask the question? I mean, you heard Nancy Pelosi say that Trump is responsible for more layoffs than anybody else. And then when the reporter pushed back, well, that was COVID, Pelosi berated her. I mean, come on. These people aren't interested in the truth. You ask Jeffries a question, he's going to give you what's written out for him. Joanne Malmo, Idaho Falls, Indiana. Love the No Spin News. Been watching for years. Have all your killing books, including one for younger readers. You know, we have a bunch of them. Hitler's Last Days, just off the World War II thing. So you might check that out. We have all the books on BillO'Reilly.com, and I appreciate that, Joanne. Very nice of you. Jeff Mills, Daytona Beach, Florida. What are the consequences of violating an unconstitutional gag order? Well, if the gag order was ruled unconstitutional for Trump, which it has not been, then you would be in big trouble on the federal side. Not New York State, don't care. But remember, you got to have a ruling, court ruling that deems it unconstitutional. You can't be just a pundit saying it. Monty Montiel, San Diego, would it be possible for Donald Trump to sue Judge Juan Merchan? No, judges have indemnification against lawsuits. In a moment, something you might not know. If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. This protection plan is at an all-time low in price. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 61 years ago today, thousands of Americans flocked to movie theaters to see a British secret agent. 6 decades later, the character remains one of the most dominant figures in popular culture. Here's a story of James Bond. Author Ian Fleming crafted the character from his experiences as an intelligence officer during World War II. On May 8, 1962, the movie Dr. No, starring Scottish actor Sean Connery, premiered in New York City.
I admire your luck, Mr.
Bond. James Bond.
The film was a sensation. Here are a few facts about the ongoing Bond franchise. To make Sean Connery look bigger, designers built the sets and props 10% smaller. The tiny furniture made James Bond appear more menacing. The makeup crew also had its hands full with Connery's baldness. The actor started losing his hair at age 21. From Goldfinger on, he's wearing a toupee. Sean Connery's most remembered performance was in You Only Live Twice. While the film was adapted from Ian Fleming's book, most of the story was rewritten. The man behind the new script, children's author Roald Dahl. Connery is the only actor to play James Bond twice in non-consecutive films. He portrayed Bond 12 years after retiring when he took the money in 1983's Never Say Never Again. It's okay, but not at the level of the early Bond films. And here's something else you might not know. The search for the next James Bond continues. Actor Daniel Craig retired his tuxedo in 2021. No Time to Die was his last film, and now 007 does not have an actor. The next film's currently Bond 26, scheduled to hit theaters sometime in 2025. Well, let's hope there is a good new James Bond, and the next one is better than No Time to Die, which was hideous. Back after this. Your safety is important, and I am happy to introduce you to Byrna, a self-defense solution that will help keep you and your family safe. Byrna offers a powerful, non-lethal pistol with tear gas, pepper, irritants, and kinetic projectiles that disable attackers for 30 to 40 minutes. It's all legal in every state, and no background checks are required. And they ship directly to your door, very private. They are American-made in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and are trusted by U.S. government agencies and hundreds of police departments. If you are a gun owner, you need options. Avoid the complexities that come with taking a life and having to defend your freedom in court. And if you're adverse to firearms, Byrna is a good alternative solution. So please visit Byrna.com/Bill to receive a 10% discount. That's BYRNA.com/Bill. Stay safe with Byrna. Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.